What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop, so park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe button. Also, if you check the link below, you see a Patreon account. You click it, you can become a member. All you got to do is try to recommend movies and music and trailers for me to react to, so click the link. With that being said, we are here today to review Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now, I'm not going to lie, man. I came into this movie with a lot of, reservations. I was kind of skeptical. I was kind of against the ropes. I saw the kids. I was like, and I was kind of had the bad taste in my mouth from the previous all-female cast of Ghostbusters. So I just kind of felt like, maybe they shouldn't go this route. But, with the freaking, the original cast giving their blessings and, and them saying that the storyline was really good, I decided to go ahead and give it another shot. Now, you have Jason Reitman, who directed this movie. Only movie I know him from is Juno. The cast has a bunch of kids that I'm not very familiar with other than Finn, who has been in Stranger Things. You also have a lot of cool little cameos that people will appreciate from the original Ghostbusters movies. But with that being said, let me go ahead and get into the plot. So we have freaking the great granddaughter of a specific Ghostbuster has basically started to kind of learn about the origins of her family, right? Because they've inherited a piece of land and a shack that belonged to their grandfather. I say great grandfather to their grandfather, and slowly but surely they start to get exposed to what their grandfather was really doing and what he was trying to prevent from happening. This leads to some catastrophic event happening, and we find ourselves with a new Ghostbuster cast. I'm trying to, do what the Ghostbusters do and try to bring everything to an end, if you know what I mean. I'm sitting there and I'm trying to reserve my thoughts from just bursting out and telling you exactly what happens in this damn film. So it's kind of hard to find the words to explain it without possibly spoiling it, because for fans of the franchise, this is definitely something that you're going to want to check out. This movie does everything right. It has practical effects. The CGI isn't overdone. The cast is actually pretty damn likable. I was afraid going into this movie that I was going to hate this fucking cast, and you know what? Honestly, I enjoyed them a lot. The kid cast actually did a very good job at carrying themselves, and we knew that this new kid cast was going to be a kind of a quasi new Ghostbuster squad. But you know what? I actually appreciated what the hell they were doing. They were actually fun to watch. And what this director did specifically is he captured the essence of the 80s. This really does feel like a movie from that era. It really feels like it could be the next chapter of the Ghostbusters. It doesn't feel forced. It feels really authentic and organic. And as much of a not fan of as I am of Paul Rudd, he actually did a pretty damn good job in this movie. Paul Rudd annoys the shit out of me 98% of the time. His just sarcastic monotone just fucking drives me crazy. It's like he's trying to be a comedic Clear Eyes guy, but in this movie he actually fits, and his sarcasm comes off well. It's not overdone. It's not too repetitive. It doesn't really bother you. And then most of the jokes within this film, there's a lot of them, they feel organic. They don't feel forced. They feel like they fit within the framework of the movie. And the one thing I hate is when you watch a movie and the jokes feel like, oh, we feel like we need to kind of cut the tension right now, so let's go ahead and let's drop a joke. This movie has that vibe like the original had, where the jokes hit at the right time. It doesn't. It has that comedic relief of a young character. I believe his last name is he's known as Podcast in the movie, but I believe the actor's name is Kim. He's funny as shit. I enjoyed the hell out of him. He was really funny, and I was sitting there thinking, as soon as the character was introduced, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna not like him. I have a feeling I'm not gonna like him, but the more and more I was introduced to his character, the more I actually appreciated him. This movie this movie does a very freaking good job at capturing the essence of the movie. Practical effects, nice set works, old looking costumes, it was just, dude, it was really just eating a piece of nostalgia. This movie was everything that I wanted it to be. And honestly, to keep it a buck with you guys right now, I think this was one of my most enjoyable films of this year. I can't think of not one movie that I had this much fucking fun watching this year. It was one of the funnest fucking movies to watch, period. It was fun as hell. It was just so cool to see, just that bit of nostalgia. It's so hard for movies to capture the essence of an older film, especially an older film and a classic film such as fucking Ghostbusters. It's not that easy. That's not a very easy task to do, by the way. We're in an era of like reboot sequels in a way. I know this isn't a reboot sequel. This is a fucking sequel 20 years, 40 years down the line. But at the same time, I think they did a freaking magnificent job of this movie, dude. Everything in this movie was dope. It's a 2-hour film. It doesn't even feel like 2 hours. Like I said, the movie's fun. I enjoyed it. If everything felt organic. The young lady that plays Phoebe, I believe that's her name. She is such a damn good character. She embodies the essence of Harold in so many ways, dude. Like when I watched this movie, I was just sitting there like, dude, she's just like she's a young Harold. She's a young Harold, man. Like it just really, I don't know if she was sitting there trying to watch the damn movies and she studied his characters and his mannerisms and things like that, but she embodied the shit out of them. And every time she was on the screen, I fucking enjoyed the shit out of it. There's 2 post-credit scenes that I'm not going to tell you about, but definitely is something that you want to stay for and watch to the end of the movie. There's respect put on Harold's name in this movie. There's respect put on the OG Ghostbusters name in this movie. Man, just trust me, the third act of this movie is going to make any freaking Ghostbusters fans ghost bust in their pants, if you know what I mean. Dude, trust me when I say this, go watch the movie. It's funny because like a couple of days ago I saw this this not reviewer but like one of those Rotten Tomatoes reviewers and shit, and he's slamming this fucking movie. And then what I'm starting to do now is I'm starting to go into these reviewers' backgrounds. This motherfucker loved the previous Ghostbusters, the all-female cast Ghostbusters. That's enough said. Your opinion doesn't matter at this point. You cannot. This movie is everything that you want a sequel to be. If they ever choose to do a freaking Back to the Future 4, I hope it has the slightest bit of heart that this damn movie does. This movie has so much heart. It was fun to watch. It was heartwarming and all of that. It's a piece of nostalgia, and on top of that, it puts respect on the original 2 films' name. It just puts respect on the Ghostbusters name. You can't have more than that. You cannot have more than that. Third act, magnificent third act, hits you right in the feels. You really feel for the characters. You really, man, I can't even, like I said, I don't want to spoil this for you. And it's hard to find the words to explain how I feel without possibly spoiling the movie for you. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap this shit up and give you my grade. Here on the Cinema Chop Shop, we grade movies in 3 ways. Count it 3 ways. Either you get bodied and sent to the bowels of hell, meaning your movie was trash, or I tell you your movie was meh, mas o menos, mediocre, mid-range, all that good shit. Or I tell you that your movie is spared, and I say that your movie was magnificent. It's brilliant. I loved it. Give me more. This is a movie that's definitely getting spared.
He ain't earned the death. He ain't earned the death at my hands. God's only man, spared by the butcher.
Yes, you heard it, folks. I am definitely sparing this movie. This movie was magnificent. It's one of the most funnest damn movies I had watching this year. I can't even remember any movie I sat down and enjoyed myself this much watching this fucking movie. It was fun. It was a piece of nostalgia. I enjoyed every single bit of this fucking movie, and I really hope you guys go out and support this movie. Go ahead and watch it. The director put some respect on the name. There's so much callbacks to the original freaking films, dude. You can't ask for more. Just trust me when I say this. This is definitely something that you want to go watch. I had annoying people in the damn audience, and I still fucking enjoyed myself. This is definitely a movie I'm buying. I'm buying on like the highest quality grade I can find. I'm watching this movie again. I can watch this movie again this weekend. That's how good it is. It's fun. I loved it. I was entertained. The cast was awesome. The callbacks were awesome. The practical effects were awesome. They didn't overdo it with the CGI, which is something I was worried about. And I just had so much fun with this movie. So That's my review. Let me know if you agree or disagree, whatever the case may be. Drop it in the comment section down below. You are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Hope you guys are having a magnificent day, and adios, homies.